Hi guys, how we doing? Paul here from the Free Hammers. Just thought I'd do a quick transfer update video because some big news coming out of the club. We've actually made a signing. We've signed Stefan Feghouli. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that okay. Yeah, so fantastic news. He comes in as a free signing. 26-year-old Algeria international. Predominantly plays on the right wing. As far as I'm aware, he can play through the middle as well. And I did a quick bit of research just on transfer market, just to have a look at his stats and things for doing this video, and it listed in there as well. Apparently he can play centre back, which is surprising. There you go, I didn't know that, but I do think he's predominantly a right winger. Looking at his stats, not fantastic to be honest. He's made 271 career appearances, 34 career goals, so he's not exactly a prolific goal scorer. 30 of those goals came from his time playing at Valencia. He didn't have the best season either. The season just gone. He didn't really have a great season, but he did miss, I think, about 2 months. He missed through injury. He had a leg injury, so not really fair to judge him on last season alone. But I mean, all in all, it seems like a good signing. For a free transfer, really, you can't really go wrong. He signed a 3-year deal. I mean, you probably look at this as the free transfer. This is probably the replacement for Victor Moses, who's obviously gone back to Chelsea. So that's the way I would see this signing. I'd say it's probably a definite upgrade. It's great that he's actually our player rather than just coming in on loan. So, you know, there's more incentive for him to perform there. Can't say I've seen him play very often at all. So, you know, I can't really say too much about what he's like as a player. I'm really looking forward to seeing him in West Ham colours next season though. Very exciting. Other transfer news, apparently it still seems that we're in for Cohen Sex as well, who also plays on the right wing, apparently can play on the left as well. So the sounds of that, it sounds like we've agreed terms with the player. We've agreed on a fee as well, but the sticking point is the payment structure. So they want more money up front. You know, we want to pay it out more in instalments. But it does sound like that will be done. That will get sorted, and that is a signing that probably will still happen. Which is interesting because that means we've obviously signed Feghouli, we've signed Tor. As 2 wingers signed, definitely lends some strength to the idea that Antonio is going to be playing more as a right back next season, which is something that Dave Sullivan Jr. said in our interview with him on the podcast. If you haven't seen it yet, check it out on last week's podcast. He did say Slav sees Antonio more as a right back, so it sounds like that's something that's probably going to happen, signing 2 wingers. And a big one, we're still looking for a striker. According to the news, looking in reports today and the last couple of days, it seems like Batshuayi probably isn't going to happen. Apparently he said he wants to join Tottenham. So, you know, if he wants to go and sit on the bench at Tottenham rather than play every week at West Ham, let him go. Not interested. Don't want to know. From the sounds of things, we did have a bid accepted, but he rejected the deal. Apparently we offered him £80,000 a week and he said no thanks. So, you know, I can't say I'm too disappointed. If that's the attitude he's got, he'd rather sit on the bench at Tottenham, then whatever, not interested. The one we're all hoping for, the one we've all got fingers crossed for, Lacazette. This is an interesting one, so I'm not really sure whether I think this is going to happen or not. I really, really want this signing to happen. I'd love it to happen. I really think he's a striker that will take us to that next level, help fire us into the Champions League, and really take us on in the Europa League next season as well. From the news today, I think we bid £32 million, and Leon has said no, we want 40. We want 40 million. And we've said no, we're not going to pay 40 million. That's far too much money. But apparently we will go in with a better offer. It sounds like terms have been agreed with the player, which is interesting. I'm not sure how much truth is in that, because some reports are saying that we've agreed terms with him. Other reports are saying he wants Champions League football. So I'm not sure, but that's one I really hope we get over the line. Slaven's been doing the punditry for the European Championships, and he's been saying that it's been very difficult to get any business done before the tournament and during the tournament. So most things are probably going to happen after the tournament. Don't forget as well, the transfer window, I don't think he's still open yet. From signing Faguli, it says that he will join on the 1st of July. So I'm assuming that's when the transfer window opens. I believe it is the first week of July. So there's plenty of time to get things done. There's no worries. It's not time to panic yet. We've got plenty of time, and there's still more to come. From the sounds of things, we're looking to make 5 transfers. That's what I said. 5 signings in the summer. Well, that's 1 down. So we've got 4 to go. You'd assume that's if you've got Tor coming in as well, that's another one. We obviously want a striker. That's another one. I think we're still trying to sign, is it Hutchinson, who's a defensive midfielder, so that could be another one. I think Bilic said yesterday that he's a player that he wants. So, there's still plenty that could happen during this window. As for potential outs, Sunderland bid for Sacco. I can't remember the amount. I think it was 12 million, something like that. And we've said, no, we want 15 million. According to, I think it was on Sky Sports, they said Sacco spoke to Bilic and Sacco said he wants to leave, but he's not keen on a move to Sunderland. So, that's a move. I think Sacco probably will go in this window. And I think 15 million's fine. I think that's decent. He didn't have the best of seasons last year. He was injured for quite a bit of it. Apart from, his initial run in the side when he signed, he hasn't been particularly prolific. And at £15 million, a fantastic profit for someone, for who we've had for 2 years. So, I'd be happy enough with that. I don't mind seeing him go, assuming we bring in that big striker like a Lacazette, you know what I mean? Then that's fine. Also, I believe Tompkins, it's possible Tompkins could be going as well. So that'd be interesting. And I imagine we might be looking to bring in another centre-back. So yeah, there's loads to go on, loads of stuff happening in this window. Like I say, still plenty of time to get things done. We're not panicking yet. Hopefully we'll get Lacazette across the line. Fantastic to sign Faguli. Welcome to West Ham United. Can't wait to see him in a West Ham shirt. Looking forward to seeing how he gets on next season. We'll be back with our podcast this week. Normally we film on Tuesday, which is today when I'm filming this, and it goes out on Wednesday because of how we are this week. We're not going to be able to film until tomorrow, so we'll be filming Wednesday, so that'll probably go out on the Thursday. Make sure you check that one out. Again, if you haven't seen the podcast from last week, make sure you do check it out. Really good podcast. We had Dave Sullivan Jr. on the show. We had a good chat for just over an hour. Really nice guy. I thought he came across really, really well. Gave a really good insight as well into his side of what it's like behind the scenes. It's great work. It's well worth checking out. So yeah, we will be back for the podcast, and we will see you then. Okay, keep believing. Come on, you Irons. Cheers.